too crazy, ayy. You do not amaze me, ayy. I blew cool from ACA. Obama just page me, ayy. I don't fabricate it, ayy. Most of y'all be faking, ayy. I stay modest.
Welcome to the House of Reactions. I'm Khalil.
I'm Savannah.
And we're going to give you guys not a long review, but kind of like a short review. I don't plan on this being in order. This review is probably going to be all over the place, but we're going to be getting the Fate of the Furious review to you guys. Here we go. Fate of the Furious. We went to see that about 7 o'clock. Going into the movie, I didn't really know how to feel because, I mean, the 7th one ended in a perfect way.
Yeah. I cried.
I couldn't think of it ending in a better way, and I'm like, how do you continue that? Where do you go from here?
How do you compete, too?
And especially with this being another trilogy, I'm like, how do you start a trilogy of movies? Like, what else do you have that you can do? A lot of this was explained in this movie. This movie was pretty epic.
It was.
If you were looking for a lot of action, explosions, and funny moments, very comedic moments, like this was definitely that movie. It is over the top, I will admit that. I know a lot of people don't like that, but to me, for what it was, and
I enjoyed it.
Like the main storyline going through the movie, like I thought it was good.
I did too. It blew my expectations out the water. Cause like you asked me beforehand when we was in there, like what would I rate, or how do I think it'll be at the end, how I rate it. And it wasn't that it was low, but it wasn't that high. Cause I don't know, I was just scared. Like you said, like how do you compete, and then how do you start that trilogy or whatnot. Towards
the beginning of the movie, there's no spoilers. You're pretty much finding out what everybody's been up to, since the last movie. Most importantly, you're finding out what Toretto and Letty have been up to. You see they're on their honeymoon from getting married now that she finally remembers. There's a race that goes down in the very beginning.
I like that race.
Yeah, it was good.
It was pretty fun.
There was a moment in there and I'm like,
that kind of goes to that part that's unbelievable.
Like where it's like, this is not supposed to happen. Yeah. But this is cool. Yeah. There's a lot of those moments where it's like, this should not be happening, but that is dope.
I still enjoyed it though. I mean, a lot, like you said, a lot of the moments, even though you knew it's probably impossible, it was really cool.
The character of Cypher, who the villain is played by Charlize, you don't realize what she has over him. It keeps you wondering because all you see is her hold a picture
on her phone,
to Dom, and he just stares at it, and like he just has that face like this is bad, and you're just wondering like what is it? I like how they didn't dive immediately.
That's what I was about to say.
Into what it was.
Because I figured when they showed it on the phone, the camera's gonna come around or something. We was gonna see what was on the phone. So it didn't show it right at the beginning. So like you said, you're just kind of waiting like, what could it be? What could it be?
Whatever you think is probably being held over his head is not that.
That's what I like too. I mean, it just threw me out. When I seen it, I'm trying not to spoil it, but when I seen it, I mean, I was emotional. I did cry at that point. I mean, I will tell y'all that I cried twice in this movie. And that was the first time I cried when I figured out what was being held over his head. Like that was crazy. I didn't expect it.
At the reveal moment, it's just like, okay, this is a decent reason to like, turn on the team, but I wouldn't push it that far. But then there's like another element on top of that gets added onto it.
Okay, I got what you're saying. I was like, what? Okay, I got what you're saying.
Now I see why.
I want to know if there's anybody that guessed. Like
if there is, I'd be shocked.
I didn't guess it. I tried to guess.
It's very well hidden. In the previews when I'm watching the trailer, how I'm just like, they already gave it away. Now I already know what the reveal's gonna be.
You didn't know.
And then I get into the theater and I'm like, oh, okay. As you can tell in the trailer, he turns on the team. And in the theater, you saw it coming. and it still hurt. It hurt so bad.
Like you said earlier, you know, you've been watching this so long, when you kind of to see, like, I don't know, to see him turn and see how, like, on some of their faces, like Letty's face, when she would see him, just see that pain in her eyes. Like, I believed it. I know she was acting, but
real, like,
they played them parts, because you really felt like she was really seeing the man she loved turn on everybody, and she didn't know why. Like, that was good.
Because you see, like, it showed it in the trailer. Once he flipped the car that Luke Hobbs is in, like, just the reaction of him himself is just like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing? We get to the prison riot. Good Lord. There was some moments in the brawl, I'm like, okay, no.
Yeah.
Just, okay. That was the first time I looked at her in the theater, and I was just like,
yeah, you
this
did.
is too much.
You did.
They're going a little overboard here,
Yeah.
but I understand. You got the two toughest guys.
What?
I will say this, this is non-spoiler as well. There are returning characters from past movies you will not expect to show up. There are returning characters, because I was shocked to see a few of these characters. I'm like, wait, what? How's he here? How are they here?
Yeah.
They tied this movie alone, started a trilogy, and tied in the past
other ones,
2 or 3 movies. There were Brian O'Connor references, which I think were done good. Before the first race, you know what I'm saying? You know, they're talking about things they can do to fix the car up, and you know, Dom's like, he's like, you know, the old Buster taught me this one, so he's like, I know I got this trick up my sleeve thanks to him.
Yeah, I thought that was.
There were moments in the movie where it would be like, we need to call Brian, and it's like, no, keep him out of this. We do not need to bring him into this. These zombie cars, I'm gonna call it.
That was crazy.
All the cars being controlled in the city, pretty much like a formula they used to get the mission done for Dom, you know. Dom had his run-in with the team when all the cars got involved. That was intense. The lengths they had to go to really catch him were insane.
It's crazy it takes all them people, well, they didn't catch him, but to take all them people to try to catch him, like, that's crazy. You know you bad. You can't be caught.
Yeah, that scene was crazy. I like how he says, now I know how it feels to be chasing us all the time. Minor spoiler, there are 2 deaths in this movie. Iceland, where the last part of the movie takes place. Things were pretty intense here, because that's when we bring in the submarine. Like, that's when you really realize that this woman is crazy. Like, she's out of her mind. Like, she will do anything to get what she wants.
She was bad. Like, she played that part, because, I mean, I didn't know how he was going to get out of the situation. Like, I didn't know how he was going to win, or, I mean, I didn't know what he was going to do, because she had everything. She had a backup plan, or not really a backup plan, but she just had so much over him.
Right there. It was cool, because the way it turned out. I'm not going to say how it turned out, but it was really cool. Trust has been earned and gained throughout the movie by everybody, you know. Like, the team is bigger now. There's more family than there was when this movie started. So it's really cool to see how relationships have grown. You saw it throughout the movies, how the respect for each other grew over time. And it was great. You just saw how everything just came together, and I thought it was good. That's it for this review. Wasn't supposed to be anything special, so if you didn't like the review, go ahead and hit the dislike button. It won't hurt my feelings. But if you did like it, you guys can hit the like button. Share your opinion in the comment section.
If you've seen it, or if you go see it, tell us what you thought about it, because I want to hear other people's opinions.
Don't spoil it in the comments for other people. Don't do that.
But just say if you liked it or not.
Guys, hope you enjoyed the review. This wasn't meant to be too much. I just wanted to give you guys my quick thoughts about the movie. That's it, and I'll see you guys.
Way too crazy, ayy. You do not amaze me, ayy. I blew cool from ACA. Oh, but much just page me, ayy. I don't fabricate it, ayy. Most of y'all be faking, ayy. I stay modest.